be in good spirits?
Yeah, looking forward to the game on Saturday. It's going to be a tough game for us. Obviously, Arbroath are doing very well, aren't they? They're picking up, and they're probably the favourites for the league. And they're showing their class now, so it's going to be a tough game, but one we're looking forward to.
How do you convert the fine run of draws that you've had into wins?
Sticking the ball in the net, isn't it? It's as simple as that. We've managed to get a player across the line this week, which we're delighted about. Dundee have been great with us in dealing with us. So hopefully he can come in at the weekend and make a difference. But certainly we've got good enough players here. We've created chances, it's just sticking them in the net. So, but we're made up to have another forward player in the squad.
Yeah, how's he settling in?
Well, he's not been up yet. He's been training down with Dundee, so part of the agreement was he'd be training with Dundee. They've got better facilities, they've got a gym and physios and things like that, and good medical care there, so he'll probably train with them a couple of times a week and come to us the other times. But because the game's down at Arbroath, he lives right in the doorstep, so we felt it would be better for him to stay down there this week, and he'll go into the team on Saturday.
What does he bring to the squad, do you think?
Bit of pace, bit of directness, hopefully a bit of goals. Young guy, comes highly recommended, and I know that their manager at Dundee speaks really highly of him, as do the staff, and so we're absolutely delighted to have him. We've fought off a lot of competition with teams above us in the next division up, but we managed to get him across the line.
Apologies for asking you questions about stuff off the pitch, but how challenging is it at this stage, bearing in mind the headlines that we've heard in the last few days?
Yeah, it's not easy, is it? We can all see the noise outside, and the club's not in a very good position at the moment, and we're hearing that we're going to raise a lot of money very quickly, or it could be administration. So yeah, it's not easy to block it out, but we've got to try and try to focus on the football as much as we can. But no, you're right, it's not been easy.
Are you being kept up to date minute by minute, hour by hour?
Yeah, I've got no problem. Yeah, there's the communication with the players has been good. Obviously, what the information's come across is, it's no good because it's looking bleak, isn't it, at the moment. So yeah, but it is what it is. We've got to try and keep going. I'm going to try and motivate the players to win games at football. But obviously behind that, there's a lot of jobs at risk now, isn't there? So that's unfortunately that's where we are.
What's your message to the fans?
Just do what they normally do, come and support the team, really, which they've been doing for many a year, and I think they know how the difficult position we're in. I think that it's probably been known now for the last 6 months, I would say. So yeah, come and support the team and support them any way they want, really.
And just finally on that, in terms of literally as you go on to the pitch for the next game, how do you? What are your words of wisdom to the players?
Well, I'll say what I've got to say at the time, tactically, and how we're going to set up. Obviously working it during the week. The football players, aren't they? That's their job. Your job's to go and play football, and they'll probably focus on that. I think. Obviously, I'll probably look at more in depth because I know there's a lot of jobs on the line now at the club. But the players are just going to focus on the football and try and get results for the fans and for the club. Because obviously when you get a few wins, everything looks a wee bit better, doesn't it? Even though maybe off the field it doesn't look too good.
Could I ask, Dan, yesterday's statement said that they're looking for 1.4 to 1.6 million to see them through to the end of the season, but that was based on the assumption of a second place finish. But the difference in terms of prize money between a second place finish and about an 8th place finish is only about 40 grand. I mean, what do you make of that?
No idea. I don't really know, to be honest, on that part of it. We've just got to do as best we can on the football side of it, and finish as high as we can. If we're expected to win the league, I think, or we're one of the favourites to win the league at the start of the season, so we've just got to try and deliver that. So I've got to try and focus the players and try to win as many games as we can to make sure that we're at the top of the league, at least try to get into the playoffs if we can, if not win the league. And if you're saying we're going to come second, then obviously we've got to try and do our best to come second, haven't we?
But under these circumstances, under these difficult circumstances, does that put more pressure on you when that's been said?
I think there's going to be always pressure at this time now, because at the end of the day the club is facing administration, so even though maybe that party I've not looked into that much, to be honest. I've just been focusing on Arbroath. But look, there's a lot of pressure on everybody now at the club, isn't there? To come up with solutions, to come up with money, to try and keep the club going. You know, I've got to get results as well, but look, there's more important things. The club has got to, we want the club to continue, don't we? Everybody in the area wants the club to continue, so that's the main concern at the moment.
Thank you very much.
As the manager, how do you keep the focus on the football when there's so much going on with
It's
the
not
pitch?
easy. It's not easy. I wouldn't sit here and tell you it's easy because it isn't. Because obviously the lads can see what's going on, the staff can see what's going on, the people in the building are, you know, are all about the club. It's not easy. But we do go out and train. We're football players. I'm a football coach, so you know we do get a wee bit of sanctuary out in the training field. And the weather's been great in the last 2 or 3 days, so that's what we're going to focus on. Basically, the football and, you know, try to win games for the fans and for the club. But, you know, it's not easy, is it? Because you can see what's happening at the moment, and it looks like the club's in a really bad position.
Obviously, you've had a vast experience as a coach and a player, but this is relatively uncharted territory for you, is it, in terms of...
It is, yeah, because I've not been at a club that's facing administration. So, yeah, that part is new for me. We just got to try and keep fighting, keep going on, keep trying to come up with solutions, and me as a manager try to, you know, keep getting results if I can, try to turn these draws into wins. And I think when you're at the top of the league, that part, you know, that will look good and people will feel a bit better. But of course, I think we'll all know behind the scenes and under the surface, we're in a bad position. But hopefully the club can raise some funds.
I know you're speaking about your message to the fans. How much can that help, having the fans on board at this time?
Yeah, I think it can always help, doesn't it? I think every club needs their fans on board. You know, and their fans have been fantastic. They've been here a lot longer than me, and they'll support the club for many a year, and they'll continue to support the club. But you know, it's great to hear the fans on board, and we always them to get behind the team. If anything, for me, I want them to get behind the team.
When did you decide then to work for free?
Probably last night, really. When we got the coming through that the club needed the 200 grand, you know what I mean? So I felt as if it would be appropriate for myself to offer my wage into that pot. So obviously they don't have to look for 200 grand, they can look for a bit less now, can't they? So that will continue, and I'll get my wage to try and help the club. So that's what I've decided to do, and hopefully that helps.
That's a very honourable thing to do. One would maybe hope that others might follow suit, others high up in the club.
Well, it's everybody to their own, isn't it? I'm not going to ask anybody else to do anything else. I've done what I've done, and that's it. I've done my bit, and I'm continuing to do my bit for the football club. I think everybody knows that, who knows me. You know, at the moment, so I've gave up that wage. I'll still work for the club, and hopefully that wee bit helps.
How long might you do this?
As long as I keep whatever, you know, until the club come up with some money to try and save the club. Obviously, I can't go without a wage forever and ever, because I need to put food on the table myself. But at the moment, I think it needs must. So I'm making sacrifices.
And I guess the management were deeply moved by your gesture.
Yeah, I think they're happy. Obviously, they would be happy with that, wouldn't they? And you know, I just think it's the right thing for me to do personally. It's a personal choice. And yeah, it's no easy, is it? It's no easy for the club. So, but there you go. I've made the decision, and hopefully, it can help them.
What does this club mean to you?
Yeah, well, I've enjoyed my time here. I've enjoyed being in the city. I keep on telling you that I like Inverness. I very rarely go back down the road, back down south. The club is a great club. They've got a great fan base. They've always been good to me. But I care about my players. I care about the staff and about me. I'll always do that, and I'll always fight for them, and that's why I do this.
The fact, Duncan, that you know, from relegation onwards, there's been so much happening over the summer to now, you know. But from your point of view, you've kind of stood up and you know, taken every kind of challenge. It shows you're a fighter, as you've said in previous press conferences.
Yeah, well, I think my record proves that, doesn't it? On and off the field. But look, I'll soldier on, I'll go on, I keep going on, I'll keep doing it for the club. So yeah, and we've just got to get results, haven't we? We've got to somehow try and get results. It's no easy, as you know. We've got a very young squad, you already know that. And of course the financial implications as well. And I'm obviously you're concerned about the staff, but we've got to go. And I'm just going to go on, keep fighting, and keep trying to support the staff, the players. Never been at the club really.
And if it, does get to that horrible stage of administration, which we could look at later, every point will count, and getting someone in like Charlie Riley who could score goals could be smart business that the other day.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we think he's a good player, don't we?
Yeah.
And every point's going to count. And obviously, got the administration, we're on 15 points deduction. So we need to make sure we try and get enough points on the board as we can. To be fair, I think we should take a lot more points on the board. We've been a wee bit unlucky in 2 or 3 of the games. Just got to keep on getting points on. And if it does go into administration, we'll hopefully we can survive, which I'm sure we can. We've got enough good players in there to make sure that we're well at the table if the administration comes and the 15 points deduction comes.
Team news, Duncan, anything of note?
Everybody's fit. As far as I'm out there, there's only the lad with the punctured lung is out.